Today I am going to talk about Leonard Hofstadter. He is one of the characters from The Big Bang Theory. The Big Bang Theory is by far the best sitcom I have ever seen on TV. I have watched a lot of comedy series up to a point that I often can't guess where the punchlines are. But this series is different. There are a lot of things that I didn't see it coming. And that's what makes The Big Bang Theory list on top of my list, replacing Still Standing. I'm not saying the show is perfect in every way. In some ways, yes, but there are few things I dislike that are worth mentioning. The thing that bothers me the most is Leonard's character. He is one of the lead characters who I believe supposed to be the main protagonist, at least in the beginning of the show. The production seemingly had big things planned for this character in the early seasons, but later on, somehow, things were changed in the process. The show is no longer about Leonard and his entourage, but instead more becomes like the nerds and their partners. The importance of the role is no longer rely on single character, but becomes more equally distributed among these friends and their couples. The characters are very strong. Each of them has very distinct and strong likable personality. But on the other hand, that's when I noticed and started to dislike Leonard's character's personality. Throughout all 9 seasons, Leonard has becoming the weakest link, and he shows very unlikable trait as part of the group, mainly because he kind of betrayed his friend's trust in several occasions.
What do you want to talk about?
Please don't tell anyone I spent the night with Raj's sister.
There it is. What if someone asks?
No one's going to ask if I spent the night with Raj's sister.
Perhaps. But they might ask me something else.
Like what?
Like, has Leonard betrayed any of his friends recently?
Generally, betraying trust is not a big issue in the show, since everybody does it. But this Leonard character consistently does this kind of act by pulling off some sneaky tactics.
But my point is that Kuthrapali and Wallowitz, they're hitting on your sister. Oh,
Oh,
you have to do something about it.
why?
Because she's your sister.
I don't understand. But yes, we shared a uterus for 9 months. But since then, we've pretty much gone our own separate ways.
Okay, consider this. With your father gone, it is your responsibility to make sure that Missy chooses a suitable mate.
In that case, do you mind giving me some advice?
About Stuart? Love to.
He's very shy. How do I make him feel more comfortable around me?
Well, first of all, don't underestimate the value of discomfort.
Really?
Well, yeah, Stuart thrives under pressure.
Anyway, I was just wondering if you had any last-minute advice.
All right, well, off the top of my head, I think the most important thing with Penny is to go really slow. I mean, glacial.
Okay.
Guys come on to her all the time, so you need to, set yourself apart. Be a little shy. Don't make too much eye contact. And, treat her with, cool detachment and fear.
We can safely assume that there is no bad intentions behind those actions, but enough to doubt his loyalty towards some specific individuals like Raj and Howard. To me, his compromises towards Sheldon becomes very doubtful.
Do you realize I don't live with the woman I love because of you?
I can't really figure it out why he does that. Either he cares or he just simply doesn't have any other choice. In some occasions, he expressed his cares, but somehow he always managed to eventually show how much he bottled all this up and explodes.
Can you please talk to him?
Why are you fighting him on this?
Because I am tired of him always getting his way. We don't need a stupid meeting. We don't even need a roommate agreement. And I hope that sandwich does cause a party.
If I have to sum it up, he basically cares about Sheldon quite deeply. But so far, it hasn't been really challenged.
Sheldon, I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings. I've been holding a lot of this in for a while.
Well, I'm sorry too. And if you want to live with Penny, then I think you should.
Do you mean that?
Yes. Yeah, just put on your squeaky shoes and your way out of my life.
How I see Leonard may have been affected by my cultural background. But I still believe most people will not like what he did in general. Apart from those things, he also portrayed as a full-fledged nerd in the first few episodes, but started to have substantial level of social skills out of the blue.
We brought home Indian food, and I know that moving can be stressful, and I find that when I'm undergoing stress, that good food and company can have a comforting effect. Also, curry's a natural laxative, and I don't have to tell you that, a clean colon is just one less thing to worry about.
Oh, you're inviting me over to eat?
Yes.
But you do bring up an interesting point. I don't have to break new ground here. I'm sure much of the research already exists.
No, my point is, if you want to learn how to make friends, then just go out to a coffee shop or a museum, meet people, talk to them, take an interest in their lives.
That's insane on the face of it.
The hallmark of the great human experiment is the willingness to recognize one's mistakes. Some mistakes, such as Madame Curie's discovery of radium, turned out to have great scientific potential, even though she would later die a slow, painful death from radiation poisoning. So, aren't you going to go talk to her?
Well, I'm just working on my opening line.
She's probably heard every possible line, Howard. Why don't you just try hello?
Bottom line is, he is the most inconsistent character in the series. And what makes him worse than others is the fact that he is a bit hypocrite.
There wasn't ever going to be a winner. There was going to be a selfish, petty person with a ring and 3 people who used to be his friend. Is that really what you guys want? Because if it is, fine. I don't want anything to do with you. My precious.
Anyway, I want to point out that for everything that Leonard did, it is intended for the comedic purposes and utilized for creating conflicts and dramas. We don't know where or how the story is going to end, so apparently this is not something wrong technically with the series. I just want to share what I think about what Leonard did if that actually happened in real life with real people. Once again, this is just my opinion. Please like the video if you agree, and please leave your thoughts in the comment section below. If you want to support me, please subscribe for more videos. Thank you for watching.
Bye-bye. What are you looking at? You've never seen a hypocrite before?